Well, good morning, everybody. Again, thank you so much for joining us for another Lives and Lessons Learned of 100 Christians. Man, I was saying we're in the final stretch, but we really are. Number 97, Robert Gilmore LeTour. Born November 30th, 1888 in Richmond, Vermont, the second of 8 children in a modest family. His early years were spent in Duluth, Minnesota, a port city where the Great Northern Railroad and shipping industry sparked his fascination with machinery. Formal education eluded him. He dropped out of school after the 6th grade at age 14 against his parents' wishes to pursue hands-on work in mechanics. He supported himself through odd jobs like cutting wood, mining, carpentry, and farming, while self-educating via correspondence courses in automobile mechanics. In 1909, he completed a motorcycle repair course, earning a self-proclaimed Bachelor of Motorcycles, disassembling and reassembling his bike in one day. By his late teens, he moved to California, working at the ironworks in San Francisco. The 1906 earthquake devastated the city, leaving him jobless and sleeping in a tent. Undeterred, he took on roles as Superior Garage in Stockton, eventually becoming half owner. In World War II, an injury from a racing accident exempted him from service, allowing him to work as an electrical machinist and a welder. Spiritual awakening in his personal life. His life pivoted dramatically in 1905 during a citywide gospel crusade in Portland, Oregon. At age 16, he committed his life to Christ, an event that profoundly shaped his life. He later reflected that this decision marked the end of his wild youth and the beginning of purposeful living. In 1917, he married Evelyn Peterson. They had 5 children. They faced hardships, including loss of their first child in infancy and financial ruin during the Great Depression. Around 1927, when overwhelmed by business failures, LeTour confided in his pastor about wanting to serve God full-time as a missionary. The pastor's response, "God needs businessmen too," reframing his calling, leading him to view his work as a divine partnership. This fueled his lifelong motto, "There is nothing dull about being in partnership with God." I like that. Career and innovations. Inventive genius emerged in the earth-moving industry, revolutionizing construction and heavy machinery. He built a scraper in 1921 that halved the labor needs. By 1929, he founded a company focusing on efficient dirt-moving equipment. During World War II, his factories produced 75% of Allied earth-moving equipment, including cranes for aircraft carriers. Post-war, he innovated further: rubber tires for heavy machinery, welding techniques for multiple metals, massive land trains, concrete pouring machines, and the world's first mobile offshore drilling rig. By 1970, over half of global offshore platforms bore his name. He had over 300 patents, earning a fortune of hundreds of millions, and at peak employed 6,000 people. In 1945, he settled in Longview, Texas, converting a former Army hospital into a manufacturing hub. Philanthropy and legacy. Known as God's businessman, he viewed wealth as stewardship from God. He tithed 90% of his income to Christian causes, retaining only 10% for himself. A radical reversal of conventional giving that began after a sermon on generosity. By 1959, his foundation had donated $10 million to missions and education, with assets still at $40 million. He founded LeTour University in 1946, emphasizing faith-integrated engineering education. He supported missionary work in Libya and Peru, built Christian camps, and employed full-time chaplains with mandatory chapel services at his plants. Overcoming a fear of public speaking, he became a global speaker on Christian business principles, using company planes to reach his audiences. He passed away June 1st, 1969, at age 80. leaving a legacy of innovation, generosity, and godly influence. His tombstone bears Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. All right, lessons you can learn. Prioritize God above all. LeTour's guiding principle: put kingdom first, trust in God for provision. He repeated Matthew 6:33 thousands of times in his speeches. God uses the weak. After near bankruptcy, he saw God restore him, proving divine strength in human frailty. He uses the weak to confound the mighty. That's 1 Corinthians 1. Business as ministry, challenged by the idea that faith means quitting work. Instead, excel in your vocation for God's glory. He integrated chaplains and education into his factories. Generosity unlocks blessings. Tithing 90% led to exponential growth. He viewed wealth as God's to steward, not to hoard. I like that. All right. Innovation through partnership. His inventions stemmed from seeing work as collaboration with God. Say a great big yes to the Lord to unlock potential. Another quote of his. And Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord. Last one, overcome fears with faith. From public speaking phobia to a global evangelist, he stepped out in obedience. And then 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us a spirit of fear. His life exemplifies how ordinary faithfulness can yield extraordinary impact, inspiring entrepreneurs and believers alike to align ambition with divine purpose. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.